Hi, this is Nellie Deutsch, and I'm on Zoom. Going to go into my account, sign in, and show you a little bit more about how to register. All right, so I'm in. I don't know what I did, but that was really fast. Okay, so I'm going to first of all set up my settings, which is really important before I start the registration form. So let's go into my settings. Okay, so user management is not it. Group management is not. Role is not. Room, I don't have a room. What I have is only a meeting because that's what I can afford as a teacher. Or if you're using the free version, it would be the same. So let's go into meetings and settings. Under settings, I can set everything up. Notice the meeting and the recording. All right, so I'll scroll down. Okay, this is all the information that you'll need to take a look at. Now, notice what it says here. Only authenticated users can join meetings. You leave that off because if you have it on, you're only going to get people that already have a Zoom account, and you might not want to do that. So I keep this off. Next, require password when scheduling new meetings. I don't want to do that because I want to have a choice, right? But this is what Zoom added just now because of the COVID-19 and all the undesired things that were happening. People were just coming into Zoom meetings. Require a password for instant meetings. No, I'm going to have a choice. For personal meetings, all meetings using PM, and only meetings with join before host enabled. Password for personal meeting ID. I'm not going to do that. Okay, so I'm going to have that off. Embed password in meeting link for one-click join. I think that's a good idea if I'm going to have a password. Require password participant joining by phone. I don't know, I'll keep that. Mute participants upon entry. I always have that. Calendar, upcoming meeting reminder. That's always a good idea. And in meeting, this is basic. Require that I don't do chat. I always have. Prevent participant from saving chat. I don't see any reason for that, but you might want to for personal reasons or security. Private chat, I always have. Autosave chats. Play sound, I don't like that. File transfer, that's fine. Feedback, I don't like display. Okay, so that's it. Okay, polling and screen sharing. I like all participants to be able to do that. Who can start sharing when someone else is sharing? Only the host, of course. And desktop screen sharing for users. Disable this. Why would I want to disable it? Well, you could, but I don't. Annotation, allow everybody. The right and whiteboard, of course. I also keep remote control. Nonverbal feedback, allow remote participants to rejoin. Yes, because that could be a problem. Because, for example, if you stop someone's video, they can't come back, which is a problem. To rename themselves always. Breakout rooms, scheduling, no. Remote support, close captions, save captions, far end camera control, HD video. I don't have that option. Virtual background I'll keep. Identify guest participant in the meeting webinar. Let's see if there's anything else here. Only show default email when sending email invites. Okay. Allow users to invite participants by email only by using the default email. In other words, my email. I think that would be great. And to select stereo, that's fine. Allow users to select the original sound. Waiting room. Now, waiting room cannot join a meeting until a host admits them individually. That could be very, very difficult. Okay. So I'm going to disable this. Show, because I can't do that if I have over 100 attendees. Show join from your browser link. Okay. Streaming meetings. Okay, that's fine. Email Notifications, send a copy to the person. Okay. When attendees join meetings before hosts, notify hosts when participants join the meeting before them. I keep that just in case. When a meeting is canceled, that's fine. The host is said removed. Scheduled meeting for a host when the cloud. Okay, I think that's it. Blur. No. And schedule privilege. You can assign users to your account to schedule meetings on your behalf. I'm not going to have that. Integration. All right, so that's it. Okay, I hope this has been of help. Let's go into schedule a meeting, and we're going to take a look at, okay, so I'm going to call this demo, and I'm not going to go by template, but you can create a template. Notice I have one. The meeting, I'm going to make it, well, it doesn't really matter. Recurring, no. Now, registration required, and the meeting ID. Okay, so here, if registration is required, I don't generally give meeting. I usually give a password when it's young learners. I want to make sure that nobody else has it. Off is always off. Enable join before host. I could do that, okay, but I don't usually do that because it's annoying. Mute participants upon entry always. I don't like the waiting room, but you can do that. Only authenticated users can. Now notice here, you do not do it, okay, unless you want to. So that's your choice. So make it a choice. And then in the end, I'll save. Okay, so the meeting has been scheduled. And now let's take a look at what the invitation, okay, the registration, attendee registration looks like. This is where I can make some changes. Right now, it's just this. Okay, confirm. That's a simple form. Let me go back because I want to make it unique to my needs. Now notice here, registration automatically approved, send an email to host. I can open that, okay, and close registration after meeting. I can open that. If I want to set it up, I set it up here for this meeting. So let's go into that. Edit, and notice what I have here. Approve, automatically approve, manually approve, the organizer must approve. Now this is a way to prevent unwanted users from joining, but it's a lot of work if you're going to have hundreds and thousands. Send an email to host when someone registers. This part I like, this one, okay, I don't need. And other options, close registration after event date. Yes, otherwise it's going to stay there. Show social share, definitely. All right. There are more options that you might want to add. Okay, let's go back here. I want you to notice there are also custom questions. You can create your own questions. Okay, you're prohibited from soliciting confidential personal information and so on. So custom questions, or notice the questions here that you can ask, and you can set that up like last name. You might want to know their country. Okay, I like to know that zip code. That's not my business. Industry, perhaps. Organization, not everybody has an organization. Job title, I don't like to get into these things. Purchasing time for enroll in pro, okay, that part I don't like. So I'm going to save it so I can have those questions on my form. And if you want to view it, you'll be able to view it, register for demo. Okay, so here I can see, okay, who's signed up. Okay, let's go back to the branding. I like this part. First of all, the email. Okay, that's my email. Branding. Okay, here you can upload, and I really like it. Upload and display branding, the logo, and a banner. All right, so let's do that. Yes, here's the banner for Moodle 15. Oh, it's two only smaller images. So you have to get it right. Okay, so make sure you get it right. I'm not going to show you how to do that now, but you can add that as well. So I think I'm finished with this. Live streaming, you can't preset. And that's it. I can start the meeting, but I'm not going to. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so I didn't add any banners or anything, but this is the information that you will have. Okay, this information is required. Hope this is of help. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll be happy to show you more videos that you need in order to use Zoom.